Oh, those are the sounds you can tell that it's a quality stream. They're like, healthy! Oh, I haven't hurt my back! Okay, it's fine. No, I've silenced the music. Not what I wanted to do at all. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do that. Bam. Make my face appear. Hi. Hello, I'm BoredGamer. Hope you're doing well. It's Fleet Week. We've had drama. And we've had Idris's. There's lots going on. There's more to come as well. Like later today, we've got the Mirai Guardian MX turning up. And we've got the Starlance Attack, which is technically already turned up, but it's turning up more. And you can try all these things out at the expo hall. And obviously, Idris's, right? Now, not going to be too relevant to people that haven't bought them or don't have them as a loaner. I realised that. So, I think it's the only ship, the only thing in Star Citizen I've ever I've had refund on. It was I bought an Idris and I went back in the day, many years ago when I first started, and then I went, that's a stupid idea. I need hardware for my computer to be able to do Star Citizen videos. So I contacted them and said, can I get a refund? And they went, yeah. I've got Javelin now, so I get an Idris as a loaner, so all good. I'm interested to know if people have bought them, and how many exist in game. So we know that CIG sold a load in waves, and that they're going to be selling more because a couple of the waves went early or late or something. So what can they possibly do to rectify the same amount of people having the Idris as would have had it whenever they released it, because they sold out, is release another wave or two. Hello, best stream. Hello. No, I don't think that was the sound of. No, it's fine. After this stream, gonna buy some Blade packs. Well, let's talk about that. So feel free to talk about anything. Ask any questions you want. Question in brackets, and then sort of ask away. Let's bring these bad boys up on screen. So, bit of drama. So, at this year's Fleet Week, they released light blades, which are little tiny tuning components. You put in your ship. Some ships can have them, like the Arrow, like the Avenger, like the Hammerhead, and a few other ships at the moment. And basically, there's two different types. If you put one in, you get basically faster max speed, a little bit faster, and the other one gives you a bit more agility instead. Yeah, so little tuning components. They are effectively the steps towards same sort of component as AI blades, and so AI blades gonna give you a huge amount of function for your ship, based on the blade you put in. So flight blades, little tuning items, but there will be ones that allow you to automate manned turrets potentially, things like that. And obviously we got PDCs in game as well. They're steps towards sort of AI blades. Although AI blades can be used, the like automated turrets, for example, can be used more offensively than PDCs. The point defense systems are supposed to be used. They're supposed to be sort of a lot more defensive for the most part. So they're selling these blades with kits. So with a bundle, I should say. So it actually comes with whatever blade you buy. So that's you get both types of blade, the PHB and the TSB, which is the faster thrust in a forward direction, and the agility ones, as well as a paint, the night break paint for the ship in question, which is sort of black and red, and also an Invictus t-shirt. Yeah, and that's basically the same with all of the bundles. Yeah, you go, oh yeah, I've got a hammerhead, I get the paint, Does this not come with the... Do I have to get the Warbond versions to get the t-shirt? You only get the hat and t-shirt with the Warbond versions. Huh. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. That's a whole other thing. And then but this is the only way you can get flight plates with real money at the moment. They didn't release them in in-game shops at the same time. They're usable now. They give you a tangible benefit to your ships. Some people are like, "Oh, this is awful. This is like monetization of more and more and more, and pushing gameplay away for a storefront." But there's loads of different views on this from lots of different. I can't really represent the whole spectrum of views here, but make your own thoughts up. Obviously, they sell spaceships already and give you a 3 months exclusivity period. Basically, CIG said, "Look, yeah, we in the future with things like this, we'll things like I can't point on the screen because my camera won't let go out of here. Things like this will reset the game at the same time as we sell them, if we sell them." And obviously, some people are like, we shouldn't have sold them for all money in the first place. They're sort of components. It's a bit too much. And they did the same for the weapon kits as well, basically giving big tangible changes, almost like ship variants and vehicle variants. And so there's a Scorpius missile turret instead of the normal turret, and there's a Nova Gatling instead of its standard. They also sold bomb racks. And again, this is the only way you can get them at the moment is with real money. They did say they're all releasing in the June patch. It was just, we wanted to release them early in this patch and try and make some money. That's basically what they were trying to do, right? And Star Citizen needs to make money. So I'm a lot more chill about it than maybe people might think, because I am moderately critical. I mean, I love Star Citizen. I trust them to make a great game. I do think you should give them a bit of pushback on stuff that you don't like, or when they get stuff wrong on monetization. This was wrong with monetization. I expect it sometimes. I expect their marketing team to go a bit beyond the boundary of what's acceptable, and then you go, oi, and then they go, okay, yeah. Because if you didn't, they'd keep on encroaching and keep on going, well, actually, if that's acceptable, what's not acceptable? I don't know, let's keep on pushing. They sold the patch bundles as well. So this is one of the things that's new as well for monetization, or newish. They sell a new skin, a new armor, new weapon. If it's new armor and a new sort of weapon coming with a patch, they'll sell it as like a bundle for real money as well. But it's also available in game. Maybe not that skin. That skin might be exclusive. But typically, all of these things get made available in game in the in-game loot pool at some point. Typically a 3-month exclusivity period, but these components and stuff, they're turning up in June, and in the future, with components for what basically CIG said is normally released at the same time in game as they're ready, as we sell them with real money as well. Sometimes I'm not a fan of them selling components for real money. I want to play the game for the most part, and I don't want pay to win. I want someone that just gets a game package to be able to be competitive. Just buy a game package and just an Aurora. Yeah, bam, get in the Star Citizen. They're competitive. They play enough. They get good enough. If they put enough time in, they can wreck someone that spent thousands of pounds. Whatever. Yeah, that's what I want. You don't need to want that. You can have different opinions. But that's the drama there for the most part. I mean, as I said, there's a spectrum of opinions, and I'm probably a bit more chill than people are like, than people might think I should be. Bored, you ain't mad. You're balanced, seeing both sides calmly. But I find people that are angry about this, especially streamers, to be disgusting. It's the same as a ship. To be disgusted or whatever. So it's not exactly the same as a ship. But it's similar, right? So I think that there is obviously a argument to be made about ships and power creep and pay to win there as well, 100%. Because pay for convenience does become pay to win at certain levels, right? And also when you're pushing gameplay down for storefront, it's not a great look and also damages the integrity of the game. Now, that's quite a fluffy thing to say that's really hard to define. So bear that in mind as well. But I do understand other people's points of view. I'm just not that grumpy about it because I think it'll get fixed, right? Drake Day, could the regular Ironclads be available to buy? Yes, so it's quite possible that the normal Ironclad and the Ironclad Assault will both be available. Drake don't follow the rules necessarily in the same way, and CIG want to make as much money as possible, probably. Yeah, but they have an opinion, counter to yourself. Yeah. Telling someone that doesn't like this less than encouraging to say. Yeah, I mean, it's important for people, from my point of view, to be able to have their opinion, they'd represent it, and them not take offence at someone that doesn't share their opinion. Sort of talk about it, try and make people understand your point of view. They don't need to assume your position. They just need to understand your point of view, so they can then relate that to theirs and think about it. That's the main thing. That's the sort of stuff you want to convey with this sort of stuff, because lots of people have very different points of view, from pay to win to what's appropriate to, well, actually CIG do want to make money. Isn't it just the same as ships? And it's a big spectrum, and you sort of need to talk about all of it without people just going, "Oh, you're wrong, you're the worst." And a lot of people getting very angry about this, and you're more than welcome to be angry for a short period of time. I wouldn't get angry about it for long. Yeah, talk about it. Be reasonable with other people that don't share your views. I trust, and you might not share this, I trust that CIG will fix stuff, but I also trust that their marketing team will try and push. I mean, I don't mean that to separate the marketing team from CIG. Their marketing team does something, and they are just as culpable, just as responsible for what their marketing team do. But I'm just, yeah, CIG are going to need to make loads of money before the project's done. And even after Star Citizen 1.0 and is released, they're still going to want to make money over the years. I do think that once Squadron 42 releases, I do think it's going to be, I'd assume, a massive success, but we'll have to wait and see. There's a reason why they are not selling copies of Squadron 42, and it's part of their marketing strategy. TSPCB, who is that? You're a mod on my channel. Who is this? Why have I made you a mod? I've made you a mod for some reason. Someone has. We'll work that out at some point. It's sorry. So I'm on a little bit of a cocktail of painkillers for my back. I've thrown my back in. I've injured my back, and I don't know how long I'll stream today. So I recorded a podcast earlier covering a load of stuff that's been happening recently, and then at around 5 p.m. I was going to say I'd go to the expo hall and do some bits and bobs, but I won't, because there's no real point. The expo hall doesn't change. The ships available in the rentals change in the terminals, but the actual halls themselves are effectively static this time. I appreciate all the love. Oh, that's one of the things I'm trying to do at the moment, is I'm sort of trying to bring people's attention to a degree to the Squadrons trading card game, just because I played it and I really liked it when I went to CitizenCon last year. I met Thomas, the guy that's sort of made it and promoting it. Yeah, sort of going to try and play some of this at every Bar Citizen and event that I attend where possible. It's a cool Star Citizen-esque trading card game. As if it is. Well, I don't know all the legal stuff behind it at the moment, but it's cool. I really enjoyed it. What am I doing? It's a competitive Star Citizen trading card game. Have you seen any information on the Anvil Paladin? I know it's rumoured to be in for Fleet Week, but it's not. It hasn't turned up. It's the Anvil Asgard that's turned up, or will turn up this time around, which is a sort of a variant of the Valkyrie, basically, to carry large vehicles like the Atlas chassised vehicles. So the Blister, the Centurion, stuff like that. Don't know when the Paladin's coming. I don't think it's too far away. No doxing. I saw someone posting some weird stuff in the chat, and I jumped in. Normally, I just let the mods do it. When I see weird posters, I'll be like, nah. Hello. What kind of engineering do you expect to see next patch? So from the info drop that we had from Con42, it appears that engineering is very close to coming to the tech preview build. So what it looks like, this is not confirmed, but what it looks like is that as part of 4.1.2, the June patch, you'll have the live build, and then the tech preview build will have, at some point released in June, probably, we'll have engineering. Engineering's significantly updated compared to when we last saw it. They've got a faked version of a data-driven version of armor that's not based on the Maelstrom system yet, but is getting them in sort of the right stead for that. And there's going to be fire with that as well. I think there's door breaching, but a more advanced version of the engineering that we saw previously. And once that's ready, it will be phased into the live build. Now, how long could that be? And I believe that's how they're going to do it. That's what they said they're going to do with the tech preview branch. How long is that going to be? Could that be a month? Could that be 5 months? Yes. Oh, thank you very much. Plastic Death, you beautiful boy. Have some money. I thank you. I will have some money. I appreciate that. Hope your back improves, bud. Thank you. I just need to be sort of careful with it. It's when you throw your back out, it's like you've aggravated the nerves. Yeah. I just need to be more chill. It's because I was building. I sort of hurt my back a little bit from lifting loads of stuff, and then built some garden furniture. And when I pushed something, my back just went, and I was like, "Yeah, I need to go lie down." Still, not great. But it's not as bad as it was. Do you think CIG will make any new capital ships given the backlog? And difficulty just sticking. So, will CIG make more capital ships in the future? Yes, 100%. Will they stick to just small to large ships in the shorter term, though? Well, I think they're going to have teams that are just focusing on large, big capital ships. And they're going to have potentially some teams that are working just on certain brands of ship, and they're going to be other teams that are working on smaller ships. So I think you're actually going to see a mixture of stuff. It's all content for them as long as they don't require new features for those ships. So things like the Orion, they're not going to get done for a while because they don't have the strip mining gameplay. See what I mean? But I do think capital ships will still be a thing. I mean, For example, they talked about a battleship / battle cruiser that they wanted to work on. So, bigger than a javelin. So, the Retribution is I think it's a super dreadnought. I think it's going to appear in Squadron 42 Episode 2. And I'm not sure if it gets destroyed there or if it's going to be a thing that you then see flying around in game eventually in the persistent universe. Yeah. I've loaded the spinal advice I'm doing, such as that, J-Bird. One of the things I have been doing. Been trying to decompress my spine and load other stuff. My chair's great for it. You're not supposed to just lie in bed is the other thing. You're supposed to try and remain as active as possible. Have you been stretching in the morning? Yes. It's not really. It's lifting stuff around the house. It's not been lifting like weights. Well, I mean they are weighted. Obviously, it's stuff. Bored. I've sort of checked out from the project since January. How do you feel CIG has done staying on track with their new workflow? So, very much with this year so far, they've put loads more content in the game. They have been expanding out missions. They've been trying to work through a load of the backlog of sort of bugs and tech debt, and get some more of the ships and stuff in. So the game is getting a lot more playable, and you're getting a lot more content a lot faster with those monthly patches. If you want to play Star Citizen now and this year, it's great. It's going to get better and better and better. If you're waiting for Star Citizen 1.0 to release, it's worse because it's effectively slower because they're trying to make the game. They're trying to bring it out of alpha this year. That's the way that it looks to me. I think you could get a ironclad skin, an Invictus work's got your back kind of skin. Any news on the Perseus? The Perseus looks like, and is rumoured now, quite heavily rumoured, to be releasing with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. I think it might have even been said by someone at CIG. It's in my notes as probably they're releasing at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words. Thank you. But so engineering gameplay wise, what you can probably expect there is what we had before, with better UI, better damage system and fire, and better physicalized system for damage penetrating ships and damaging the components. But it is going to be running around repairing fuses, repairing components, and making sure power allocation's done correctly, venting areas, damage control, and a lot more choice in what components you use. I suffer quite badly from FOMO, but it's sort of, I'm bipolar. It swings and roundabouts with it. Have some of that. Nah. Have some of that. Nah. Oh, I get to see myself sneeze on my own stream. That's weird. Hello. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how ships like the Perseus, Polaris, Idris, and different loadouts for all those ships sort of all compare against each other, right? Because one of the things with like the Perseus, lots of big. I think they've made it size 8 now. The turrets. I think it's 2 size 8 guns now. Question mark. So that gets past PDCs, right? Because you're just boom, this conventional weaponry. Do you think we'll we could see ships like the Retribution or Bengal carriers at either the IE or Invictus as touring ships. So Retribution, no, because I think in Squadron 42 it's being built. I'm not sure if it exists. I'm not sure if it's been destroyed in a meaningful way at any point. I like the idea of seeing it. Bengal carrier at some point will probably get a tour. I mean, it's appeared in one of the Fleet Weeks before, just flying around. Obviously, we didn't have the fleet this time around. CIG obviously either updating those assets for Squadron or going, may cause problems for Free Flies. And the Free Fly seems to be going pretty well this time around. Yeah, the Idris T gets interesting, right? So you've got the K for Clasers. You've got the T for torpedoes. T is new. I think it's $350, or at least from that. The torpedo kit. I prefer the K kit. I prefer the laser, the beam, over the railgun even, just because it's fun. Yes, up to size 8 on the patches. That's what it looks like. Don't take this stuff as confirmed, even if CIG have said it, because it might change. Right now, they're trying to sell every ship. So there is a bit of a disconnect from marketing, devs that make a ship, the ship creators, the initial balance, and the long-term balance. And look, sometimes it's coincidental stuff gets nerfed. Sometimes it's always by design eventually, right? But I don't think they go, let's release it slightly broken and powerful and then nerf it later. I think they go, let's balance it at some point. But that's not necessarily they don't know where it's going to be. It might be too powerful. It might be too weak. That's just my point of view on it. I don't think it's all necessarily sort of like, ha, let's make more money from it. They try and make money from lots of other ways. I don't think that's the... I think that's the way they make money. But, you know. Denthor, how you doing, buddy? As the Oracle, I'll check out the podcast when it goes live later today. Me and Zin talk about some stuff. Obviously, we're looking forward to the June patch, where we think that obviously engineering might come out as a tech preview. But one of the other things in the June patch, the Atlas combat suit is going to be in it. There's updates to the elevators for hangars and cargo elevators. There's new ways of getting into different areas. I think you're going to be able to, like we saw in one of the CitizenCons a while ago, you're going to be able to sneak into research facilities and things like that by stealing uniforms and outfits and armor, and the scanners at those doors will go, oh, you're this person, I'll let you in. Now, what do you think about CIG essentially bringing back the Voyager Direct store? That's what it was called, Voyager Direct. Well, let's see what they do. I think that selling components for real money and promoting that regularly and giving you an advantage for doing that is starting to encroach more on the side of pay to win and over monetization that I don't want in the game. My 9070 XT has been absolutely fantastic. It is a fantastic purchase. I've been able to plow through all the games that I want to. I played Expedition 33. It looked absolutely fantastic. I'm still processing that game after completing it. I did most of the secret stuff as well, and I really, really loved it. I thought it was a superb masterpiece of a game, which has hugely benefited from fantastic music and the Unreal 5 engine. Nick, you want to combine the T kit for the Idris with the K laser? We might as well put it on the Idris M frame. That's just so expensive. I like the idea of being able to get all this stuff in game, right? And when we'll be able to get in game, hopefully we'll be able to get all that stuff, Idris P, those kits and everything, all those individual weapons in 3 months' time. We'll be able to get the Idris M in 3 months' time? Oh. Probably not. Did you watch the journal panel? Yes, so I watched the Com42 panel. Got loads of notes on it. I mean, I did a video on it, right? Yeah, great. Love the fact they chatted about like ship armor and engineering and the June patch. We sort of mentioned it all already for the most part. Some of the other stuff was FPS scanning. Because they come to like the tech preview first as well. Not too far away. PDC sending party members as bugs, things like that. Yeah, super looking forward to the June patch. Looking forward to those Titan suits, even if they are derpy. We'll see. We'll see. Have you seen my tutorial? Maybe, maybe not. Also, Misk Odyssey when? I don't think you should see the Odyssey for a while because they haven't got exploration gameplay in the way they want. They might start working on it next year. I've got no updates on the Liberator at all. Not even in note form. Not even I reckons for the Liberator. I appreciate all the kind words, thank you. And all the advice from my back. It is appreciated. Have they re-added the military ship components back to Star Citizen after removing them? So, I don't actually know. I know you can... There's a load of components you can get from either Wicklow or doing some of that other content and some stuff from like contested zones or whatever. I'm not sure if they're available to buy or not. Citation needed. I'll have to check. I know they've been balancing a load of the components. I don't actually know what's available. Have you heard of rumours of the engineering test this summer? Yeah, it looks like they may release engineering to the tech preview, an advanced version of engineering compared to last time for the tech preview build. Squadron 42 is planned to release in 2026, and CIG keep on reiterating that. Super interested in seeing proper, when they've balanced it a bit more, Idris versus Polaris fights and... Wicklow contested zones and the new orbital laser missions are line of mine. That's where I get my military components. Yeah, cool. Just want to say, Plastic Death, I love you so much. I didn't realise how much that donation was for. I genuinely appreciate it. Hate the Atlas Titan suit. It's just cheap. Very much a disappointment. It is an actual... Oh, I see what you mean. We'll see if the combat suits are going to be what they showed at Wicklow's. I would like to see a cool, proper military one. Maybe it's just like a civilian one that's outfitted for combat use. We'll have to wait and see, right? And when will the Merchantman and Kraken be in game? And do you think the prices? So they're going to go up. Can go up in USD. I think that the Merchantman's what 650 at the moment. Kraken's I don't know how much Kraken is. About 900 probably. Question mark. It might actually my Kraken might be loads more now. Star Citizen Kraken. It's going to be loads more than that, isn't it? I'm living in the past. Pledge. How much was it last time? It was on sale. Available from 1400 on Warbond last time it was on sale apparently, and 1650. Credit. Standard Kraken. Well, That's quite expensive. I think the Bounding Merchantman was 650. Merchant and Pledge. Yeah, 600 to 650. Yeah, the Bounding Merchantman might be quite expensive when it's ready. It's going to be a while before either of those are in game. The Kraken probably coming out first, potentially end of next year. We don't know. Bounding Merchantman still we'll get a little bit of reconcepting and then go back into production at some point, but don't know when. I mean, well, this is quite... Pyro music's really harsh. Let's go here. Oh! I'm not going to stream for too much longer because I need to take some more painkillers and then get the podcast out. And then I do a video on whatever's new and being sold on the RSO website, because I say whatever's being sold. Today, I think we've got the Mirai Guardian MX, which is I thought it was going to be missile version, but I think it's just a more extreme combat version of the Guardian, because I think it's got 4 main weapons rather than just 2. Yeah, the Idris M is supposed to be the military variant of the Idris, in the same way like the F7A is the military variant of the Hornet, right? Doesn't mean that no civilians have them. It means that they're typically unable to purchase them, right? And they're normally just for the military. Yeah, the Merchantman's waiting for brand new stuff and potentially some of the base building and crafting stuff to come online so they can have shops as well. It's all part of the economy and that, right? What is the tech preview? How is it different from the Persistent Universe? So, basically, you've got the live build of Star System. Bam. Sometimes you have PTU builds up as well, which are not the live build. They are a separate set of servers where they're testing something. Yeah? And then you also have the tech preview. Now, typically with the tech preview, it will mirror the live build and then add an extra feature onto that. So just a single extra feature, or a couple of extra features, bam, but mirroring the live build. And the idea is that they test the stuff in the tech preview, they refine it, and when we release it to live. And that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes they go back to the drawing board, or this needs to get sorted before we bring it back to the tech preview. But the idea is it's mirroring the live build with an extra feature added, so that they can go, let's get it ready for release as soon as possible. Oh yeah, it's ready, bam, put it in. It is on the launcher. You would select either live, potentially PTU if they're running a PTU at that time, or tech preview if they're running a tech preview at that time from the drop down. Very much looking forward to engineering. I think it is the most important thing for them to get into game now. Over almost anything else, potentially over anything else, because as soon as they get engineering in, they have the ability to then start balancing and getting everything they want for ship combat and multi-crew and all of that sort of stuff into where they want it. They can start balancing it with, well, actually, we're balancing it with no other major gameplay mechanics being added to the way that ships function. could argue armor and the Maelstrom system, but that's not going to affect stuff as much, or maybe it will. But it's the most major thing. Because when they balance components and stuff, it's not just bodged or temporary. Well, it might be, but it doesn't have to be. They can start working towards the final intention when engineering's in. That's the way I think of it anyway. Wasn't the thing about the tech preview that ET wipes and tech doesn't? No, the tech. Okay, so that previously they had like 2 builds simultaneously where they transferred stuff across, but don't expect stuff to be kept from the tech preview build. It might be the case that it is, but CIG will say if it is. I do not believe that's the norm. I don't think it was a tech preview that they did that with. I think that was a fix patch. There's a live patch, and then there was a hot fix patch running simultaneously or something like that. Question mark citation needed. As I said, my brain's a little fuzzy due to painkillers. Yeah, so the New Day, which is Mirai, Misk, and something else. What is the other manufacturer? Consolidated Outland. That is going to be at 5 p.m. UTC, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away. No, sorry, 4 p.m. UTC, 5 p.m. my local time. Apologies. 4 p.m. UTC, about an hour and 15 minutes away. Do you think the Perseus will be here at Invictus? No. So it looks like the Perseus is probably coming out at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo later this year in November. That's not 100% confirmation, but that looks to be the plan. Do you have any info on when ship armor lockers will be working in the game? Okay, so no, but it looks like CIG are working on them for the very near future. It looks like that it might be working in June or July. Go for all those groovy penguins. No, it's nothing crazy. It's just a bit dehydrated, and I need to take more in a minute. I appreciate the love of Zin. She'll be happy. I know a lot of people enjoy her lore videos as well. And I like being able to talk to her and at her for the podcast because she has a very different opinion from me. And then I can sort of rub a duck, talk out my opinion and other people's opinions with her as well. See where she's coming from. Yeah, the Ravnop cell, right? I also thought that was a bit weird. Just because it had such major changes. I would have thought they would have chucked it in Fleet Week, right? I don't think it was on sale. Full point how the tech preview carry over to live when live stopped programming. Yes, that was it. It wasn't a hotfix patch, it was that. Thank you. Anything else? Are you still playing another channel for your hobbies? Yeah, potentially. So we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to. I'd like to have another string to my bow, but also, I love board games. My house is very board game focused. My hobbies are playing multiplayer co-op games and board games. This part. Yeah. Love a good competitive card game as well. I love a load of Warhammer and 40k and stuff, but I haven't played it for ages. Yeah. Right. Anything else? Is there anything new about the Zeus MR? So, the MR, they are waiting on more of the bounty hunting gameplay to be ready before they get that variant out. That's what it looks like. It's going to be a little while. Is the Guardian MX equipped with a hab like the other variants? I believe it still has an interior in a similar way, yes. I believe. I think it is slightly more combat orientated. I'm not sure what it loses for gaining more weaponry. In fact, from what I could see, it looked like it had less missiles, but more conventional weapons. Pew pew pew. It's in the voice in the Invictus trailer. It's not, but she'll be happy that you think it is. I am going to dash off in a second, though. Store refreshes at 4 p.m. UTC, so in an hour and 10 minutes. But yes, I think I am going to dash off. Would you raid new Star Citizen stream? Yes, I will happily raid them. No worries. It's not my responsibility if they're doing something crazy. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Genuinely appreciated. Really looking forward to the combat suit coming in June, it looks like. And potentially engineering gameplay on the tech preview. Also, really looking forward to the Anvil Asgard. And messing around with Idris more. I like the fact I get Idris as a loaner for my Javelin, which is great. Because I don't feel like I need to buy an Idris. Crazy anyway. If anyone ever wants to donate large sums of money for us to buy spaceships, you're more than welcome. CIG don't give us like much in the way of like have a capital ship or anything like that, which is a shame. Although maybe the new referral system will sort that out, the new ladders. Although I don't think it should be all content creators really, those ladder systems, but you know, I'll make use of them. Genuinely, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it so much. If you want to further support the channel, there's always links below my videos or whatever. You can use the join button to become a channel member. You can go Patreon. You can click on the links to whatever we're advertising at the time, but it's always going to be things like NordVPN or Tobii Eye Tracker, which are on fantastic sales. Great discounts through the channel. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Genuinely appreciate it. Flash raid, bam. Do that. And I am going to go get a podcast out and then get a video up on the new stuff at the expo.